Hi, I am so happy to be here. Seriously, I'm so grateful that you invited me and that I'm part of this. So thank you so much. Seriously.
You are very welcome.
Yeah.
I'm so excited that you're here today.
I know.
Tell us, Lauren, tell us about yourself. Tell us about how you got into creative recovery and what that is.
Yeah. Okay. So a little bit about me. Most of the time you can find me traveling because I have traveled worldwide and I just enjoy like visiting new places. I basically have moved around all of my life. And I love experiencing like new cultures, and that is just my happy place. And so if you can find me just doing all that, and I'm like so happy when I'm doing those things. Um, but yeah, I became a personal life coach in January, and my friend actually was the one who introduced me to even just that title itself. She was like, have you ever thought about becoming a life coach? She's like, because you've been helping me through so many of my problems that she's like, I feel like you could help so many more people. I was like, I never thought of that. Like, I never considered that. And I didn't even know that that was a thing. I knew about therapists, but I didn't know about coaches. And so she actually helped me to get my website going. And she's a therapist herself. And she's like, I'm like, wow, we're really going for this, aren't we? And so, and then actually, she helped me come up with the title with Creative Recovery because I have such a passion for people who are recovering from life in general. And that could be anything. I mean, we're talking addiction, we're talking just trauma, it could be a divorce, it could be, you name it, it could be anything. We're all recovering from something. And so I just have such a passion to help people in that journey because I've also walked through my own. And I've also noticed with the creative side that really just being creative with our recovery, and that not what works for one person is not always going to work for the other person. So it's like it's going to be unique for each person. And because it was unique for me, and creative expression was kind of part of mine. And that could be creative writing, it could be creative art, it could be just creative with just your life in general. Like, let's explore that and see what that would even look like. So yeah, you can tell I'm super passionate.
That is awesome, Lauren.
Yes.
Okay, so you got into it. You're saying you traveled. You started now to be a life coach for a while now. So now, how is it going? How have you, I guess, from the time when you were not a life coach to now, like how has your life changed or grown or anything like that? Can you touch on
my goodness. Yeah, that's a great question. I've even noticed that before, like, I would say it's really changed my conversations with people in general. So before, I really didn't know like how to engage with people as much as I do now. So I've noticed that since being a life coach, like just even the way I engage with people, like it's not so much about me telling people what to do. Like, this is what you need to do, X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm going to ask you a question that's going to make you think for yourself without me telling you advice or, like, this is how you should live your life. And it's like, I can tell that I've changed the way just even I approach conversations in general. And with my clients, even in my own life, like when I'm going through something, like if I feel like I'm stuck in something, I feel like I can move past it faster than when I did in the past. Like before, I would be stuck for a really long time, but now I'm like, okay, I can even ask my own self questions that will help move me forward. Whether it's in writing or art. So just kind of being creative with that. And yeah, a lot of times it does get me to my next step. So that's really cool.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
how do you think, was there a moment in your decision to do be a life coach that God spoke to you? Did you feel that call at all? Or was it something that you wanted to do like for a while? Or how
Actually it started a little bit last year. So I remember because I was like, okay, well, in order for me to be a life coach, I have to go back to school. And so I was like, I need to get some training under my belt because this is brand new. I feel like I have life experience, but I was like, I felt like I needed a foundation and a framework of some sort to kind of help guide my clients in some fashion. And so, so basically, honestly, the first day of class, I remember I felt it so strongly. I just felt that call in my life. And it was just kind of like, I thought it was going to take me years before I would even, even start life coaching. But God was like, no, actually, you're ready now. And I was like, okay, God. I mean, this is totally a faith journey because I thought I needed at least 2 years. But God's just like, no, now's the time. And I just felt it so strongly. And I was like, okay, I'm going to step out in faith, not having all the answers and not being 100% expert. And I'm just going to work with the knowledge and understanding that God has given me already and just practice that, and then he reveals the next step and then I practice that. And so it's been really a faith journey, just even with my own life coach journey.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And that's how you help people. Like what you're saying is just you meet them where they are, and then with God, you kind of link arms and then move them forward little by little.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. So I know you're going to help so many people.
Yes.
So I guess if someone is looking for a life coach, for a Christian life coach, then so let's say if someone's stuck in their life and they really need a life coach, they could go to you. So how would you help them? Like what kind of things would you say, would you do, what would you tell the person that needs a life coach right now?
Right. So basically, I usually start off with us just even getting to know each other first, because I feel like, it's important for them to know me a little bit and then for me to know them.
Mm-hmm.
Like even just a little bit of history, like, what they've kind of walked through. And then the first thing that we do is we look at the barriers. So we're like, okay, let's actually name the barriers that you're facing. Because a lot of times, like we don't even share those things with even our closest friends or family sometimes. And so there's really like not that safe place that you can go to at all times, because it's like, okay, who do I go to with this? And I feel like a life coach is a safe place because they're focusing on like, okay, where are you at now? And then how can we get you moving forward? Even if it's just like one little step, it's like, and then before you know it, you're taking those little steps and then you actually are arriving at your goal and you're not even realizing it sometimes. And so we just kind of look at those barriers first, and then we move more into, okay, let's brainstorm now. Let's explore just even the idea of what it could look like. And so that's a fun one, because it's like we're just gonna do like a trial and error and see like if this works or this doesn't work, and then we can kind of improvise as we go. My motto in life is improvise to stay alive. And so, yeah. And so, and then eventually you do have your breakthrough moment, because we've worked through those barriers. We're brainstorming action steps. And then when you walk it out, you're like, okay, I'm actually getting to my next step and I'm not even realizing it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's huge.
That's good. So, I know that you're also working on some other things that you're not quite ready to reveal yet. So I just want to let you know that once those things are revealed to you, that we're going to have you back on to share that too.
Okay.
This has been so fun. But I do want to say before we go, how can people find you if they want to have your services? They want you to, help them, mentor them, coach them, and things like that. Where can we find you?
So the first starting point would be my website, and that's creativerecovery.net. And what I do is I kind of offer my clients options. So, if some people would like FaceTime, some people would like Zoom, some people prefer just the phone with no face, and then some people want to meet in person. So I kind of offer all those options, like what is going to be most comfortable for you. Mm-hmm. And so that is one avenue. And then I also offer other options where it's like, sometimes people need a coach for like weekly. Some need coaches for like once a month, or bi-weekly. And so I offer those options too, because I understand that, it's really what's going to be most comfortable for you. And that's what my goal is. I want to do what's going to be most comfortable for you. And so, so I love offering options. I'm huge on options.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to feel like they're in a box and they can't get out of it. It's like, no, I'm totally just, free and open. So yeah, the website is definitely the first starting point for sure.
Okay. And then just tell us, and then I'll also link it in the video or in the description. So go ahead and tell us your website as well.
Okay. Well, perfect.
Is it creativerecovery.net?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, great. I think.
Oh yeah, and the consultation is free. So the first session is free. So yeah, I wanted to put that out there too.
So free session.
Yep.
For your first time, right?
Right.
That's awesome. And that's kind of just to like get a feel, right? Of like what they're looking for, what you're looking for, to see if it's a good fit.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep.
That's cool. That's awesome. Is there anything else before we wrap up that is pressing on your heart you want to share with us?
I know. I feel like there's so many things that it's like, how do you even narrow it down? Because it's like, just come and experience it for yourself, and, just see. It doesn't hurt just to like discover, what it would be like to have a life coach. And so like, if you're stuck in any area, like, I'm your gal because I will help move you forward. And, even if it's just one little step, like that step is crucial to get to your next step. So, I just have a passion and a heart to help people get unstuck. And I just want to keep moving people forward because, the more you move forward, the more you can help other people too that you come across. And that's huge. So. Yeah.
And I just have to say, I know that you've helped me so much, and I am a life, mentee, right?
Yes.
Mentee, I guess. I don't know what. I received from Lauren. So I just know as a writer, a blogger, and all the things that I do in life that you have helped me so much. And even how we became friends and got to know each other was such a blessing from God. So I just have to throw that out there too, that
thank you.
That's probably
and I always look forward to our conversations because it's so life-giving, and it's just it honestly, my heart just like bursts because I'm just so happy that I get to be a part of your journey and all that you're doing with God, and it's just amazing. So
thank you.
I feel honored. I really do.
I'm so thankful because there's so much insight I get, and the questions that you ask are so valuable that it's like, as a person receiving it, you almost don't know which direction to go. And then I feel like you're so filled with faith and with God's love, and he's just leading you, and then in turn leading me. So I'm just thankful.
This is so awesome.
Well, let me just tell our viewers again. It's creativerecovery.net is where you can find Lauren and her free coaching session for the first time. If anyone is interested, I hope so. It's such a good opportunity for everyone. So we'll talk to you later when you're.
Yes, I'll give you guys updates.
Well, thank you so much, Lauren.
Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate you.
You too.